we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 6 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only... managed to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw his Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Carr going to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Carr now on first down. Caught outright by Renfro. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! George Kittle, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
He hits Adams, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Now Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 21-0 our score after one. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he's got it inside the 10. A minute 52 to play until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this returnable for Hill. Able to slither by. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. They certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, first down run with Jacobs going to be well-read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Now Hill to return it. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Steps away to his left. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chubb diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Carr completes it, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Carr to throw. Slant to Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Carr to throw again. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all. Down to the 2. 3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jacobs again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. KC's offense ready to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
There he goes, right side.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next
And
time.
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Raiders on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr again. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Back to the ground. This time Cook stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on.
Today.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll roll him out right, and his first pass is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd, and that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Oh, nifty juke there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run this. Scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They run with Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. On play action, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. To throw, it's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll get it down here to the 43. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb on the counter. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get... This down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Get ready. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he is going to go down. back at the 11-yard line. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finds Hines again for the completion. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A final shot before half for Allen, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A final shot before break. Allen escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's all. Way to go to try and pick up some points.
So here's the Bills offense. Now they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Allen. This one caught by Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's Hill on the return. Oh, nice move. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, look at the juke. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again on 1st down. Cook gets past one man, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Cook evades him at the 10. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. They'll run with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here... This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Now Allen again. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Allen going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. This will be caught once again by Brown. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Allen to throw once more. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 94 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And again, it's Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly they get to the line. Mahomes going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this game, it was well